Welcome to the video. It's SOFI Wednesday. Big picture, if you don't want to stick around for the whole video, I'm still super bullish on this one. I think 2025 is going to be banger for it. In this video, we'll talk about the daily and weekly price action so we can get a feel for when price can move, where price can move in the short term, long term. This will help us identify where we're going to add, where we're going to trim in line with our risk tolerances, and it's going to keep us a level head whilst the market's choppy. We'll also talk about the open options interest. This will give us a feel for what the big boys are doing with the stock and the market makers. Other than that, we'll touch on some news, and finally, my eToro portfolio is going to be linked in the description down below. You can see there it's returned 203% over 2 years, so that's doing pretty well still. Hopping over to the chart, we've had some very nice pullback on this one. We'll just give a quick little measure here. To the fib level, we got a 21% pullback. So you can see I did trim a little bit when we chopped around with the triple top there, and I've added when we've kind of bounced on this Fibonacci level. Might add more, might not. I'm pretty comfortable with the size position I've got in this one, but below that, the support will be the bull market band here. 1258. There's really not much volume, so it's likely that it will come straight through to kind of this Fibonacci level at $12, where the volume shelf is. That said, I don't know if there's going to be much more downside. We know that, well, we're expecting banks to do very well, especially during a Trump presidency. So I expect more upside on this one as investors start to get more confident with it. They've been executing. We had the bear report come out, and I don't know where they got their numbers from, but it was way below even what SOFI expects themselves to do, and they always hit their targets. Not only that, their targets are always very conservative, which is quite impressive. So to the upside, the immediate resistance will be the top $17-13, and then kind of the Fibonacci level $18.22. We'll take a look at the options market and see what the big boys are thinking on that one. RSI is kind of neutral, so we can go up from here. We did have a nice pop yesterday and some pullback, so I think when the market in general recovers, this is gonna pop. I think 2025, my price target for this one's $21, but currently my kind of fair value is 16, so it's still sitting below what I would say is fair value, but we did hit that quite recently, so I'm not too concerned. I'm comfortable adding at these levels if I need to. MACDX Plus, institutions been loading the boat on this one. That still looks pretty healthy, and flows kind of dropped off, but that makes sense. We had a very large move if we measure from the low to the top, 185% in 93 trading days. So we can't complain having a little bit of a pullback now, can we? If we look at the weekly, again, still looks really good. We've had the hesitation when we've kind of rolled over, but we had so much green, it shouldn't really have been a surprise that we were going to pull back. I would love it to come back to 1274, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen unless maybe the CPI is terrible today and then we'll pull back. But if it's good, we're going to pop. Okay, open options interest on this one. We've got a lot of volume here up at 22. Now, that's probably not going to hit within a week. That's quite ambitious. So I'd probably write these two off. But there's also a lot of volume around $15. So we know market makers are probably going to want to keep price below that. Market makers just want to inflict maximum pain on the most amount of investors they can. So that's how they do it. And then also support is sitting at kind of $14. So price is going to be kind of range bound between those. Resistance is going to be sold off and support is going to get bought up unless, we can pop below that, but generally that's how it works. So we can see here, every time we went below it, we've kind of popped above it. Let's put it out a week, see what the market thinks for next week. Quite a lot of bearish interest on this one, $12 for a lot of the volume. I mean, if we get bad CPI, we probably could go that low, but I suspect things will be okay. Let's put it out to 2026 then. So that's in a year's time, where I think the company will be about $21. So my price targets do align with a lot of what the big boys are thinking here. A lot of volume in kind of $20. And it kind of peers off a lot. Let's put 2027 as well, so we can check 2 years out what the market's thinking. $20 again, very popular strike there. We've got some for $3. I think that's wildly inaccurate, but also again a lot at 25, 30. So chances are my price target for 2025 is going to end up creeping up as the company continues to execute. I do know they're going to have a jump in members, so that's quite exciting. There's been quite a lot of like niggly little bits of news for SoFi, but here's just a few things that I'm the most interested in. So obviously the TGL launch went pretty good. They bagged Tiger for week 2, so that's pretty exciting. There's going to be so many eyes on SoFi as a brand that should see a lot of traffic increase to the website on top of the already big increases. So that's exciting. I did put a little one on there about the SoFi website traffic reaccelerating in December. So that was last month. And I think it's going to be even better this month. So something to bear in mind. More traffic, more eyes, more members. Generally, that's how it goes. So that's good. Other than that, though, Noto joined the Warner Brothers Discovery board. I'm on the fence a little bit about this. I don't know in what capacity and how involved he's going to be. And then that remains to be seen. And I don't know if there's going to be any kind of link to SoFi, so I don't really know what the angle is there, and I wasn't able to find too much information on it other than he's on the board and we're excited, all that kind of jibber jabber. So other than that, though, there's a lot of commentary about the fintech winter being potentially over and fintech spring starting, bringing a lot more money to the area as that starts to expand. I 100% agree with that, but I think what a lot of people forget is that SoFi has already done very well during a period when a lot of companies have been crushed. SoFi has managed to go from unprofitable to profitable and continue to grow at a pretty impressive clip. So something to bear in mind. Generally, the winners win, and that's why I'm backing SoFi on this. That's a wrap. I hope you like this. I've been trying to make the videos shorter, more concise, get the information out a little bit faster. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if you don't. But share this regardless and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you tomorrow for tomorrow's update for PayPal.